I don't know what happened. Go to the chat. Damn it. Hold on. I can't type now.
I don't know, I'm gonna get off here.
Okay, I'm telling everyone to go to my channel. Let's see if they come. So I need to go. Wait, don't get off the phone. How do I? God damn it! I don't know why this didn't work. Let me go to my. Here we go. There's live. Oh, there we go. There's live. All right, I had to go onto my cell phone. I didn't know what's going on. Hi. It's going to be kind of tough to put my phone here. Whoops. Everybody hear me okay? We got Jennifer, David, Ed. Hey, Neil, Juan. Hey, Ed. Hi, Jan. I don't know what's going on with my computer. It kept refreshing and refreshing. Loading. I refreshed it, and it just wouldn't work. So I'll try it this way, I guess, for a little while. See how long you guys want to be on here. Appreciate y'all coming in. Y'all. So what do you guys want to talk about? So I got somebody asking a question about my shoes. Jennifer. Bear's great, Jennifer. I said I made these flat, and he saw me arching them. They have a radius to them. I was referring to making them flat this way and not have a saddle in them. Really rainy here today. Do appreciate you guys all coming in. Just come in to see what you guys want to talk about. I've been a machinist for a long time, over 47 years. I started very young. My dad had an auto parts store. I'd get off the bus at school, I was about 10. He'd have me sweep the floor, and thanks, Jan. Sweep the floor, and I started putting parts away, and then eventually I started stocking shelves, and then he started a machine shop, and here I am. Really enjoy what I do. And I appreciate all you guys watching me. It's really it's been an adventure for me, kind of instructing. I should turn that light off, huh? Here, hang on. Cut down on some of that glare. Hey, I got my shirt on today. The shirt, you guys talk about it. So I wanted to show you something. I have the life-size doll from the movie. It was made from the original mold. There was only 500 of these supposedly made. You know how that goes. Trilogy of Terror, Linda Blair, 70s movie. Kind of a cool show. Big Pit P wasn't very good, David. It was salty. Oh, hi, Bella. Looks like your mother-in-law. Don't take the chain off of her belly. It should go wild. Hey, somebody else asked me about my cutters. Thought it was maybe a big brooch or something. It's just a small little CBN. This one's a PCD, polycrystalline dilithate or something. And the one for iron is CBN, cubic boron nitrate. No fixing a car right now. No, I don't work on cars. Hey, Jonathan, thanks for coming in. Appreciate all you guys coming in. I don't know why I couldn't get it to work. I tried a test run earlier, and I was live for just a half a second, and I don't know, I tried to turn it on, and it didn't work. So I guess somebody wanted to see this, too, this little guy. He doesn't do much when he's not being moved. No, Jonathan, Bear had, this morning we had sausage and eggs and potatoes and toast. And at the end we had Jan, Simply Jan, she's on here. Drop your guys' channel links if you wish. Jan, she has a homestead back in Missouri, raises chickens and ducks and has a great garden. Her garden this year was terrific. She sent me a bunch of the goodies, and some of it, there was some jam, blueberry jam she made. So we had blueberry jam with our breakfast. Yeah, Mr. Lightning Ed. Vortec Pro, Mark, Bear's underneath my desk here. He's got a bed with a blanket, and I don't go anywhere without Bear. People tell me in the comments, nice shop dog. Well, he's not a shop dog. Well, he is a shop dog, but he lives with me, And I don't go anywhere without him, including the bathroom. Yeah, he goes with me everywhere. Hot summer days, if I'm going to go into the store, I'll just leave him in the car with the AC running, leave it running unlocked, because nobody's going to get in my car with him in there. You've seen him all throw a fit. So there's Jennifer's channel. Jennifer's my daughter, David's wife. Hey, Gran Pito, thanks for that. How you doing today? I'm looking over. I guess I could look on my phone at the chat, huh? Hit the like button. I hit it twice, Ed, and I guess that's probably not very good. So what's everybody doing today? It's really rainy here. I came in here to, yeah, Bear likes cats. He likes them for supper. Bear goes wild over anything. In the car, it doesn't matter what it is. Generally, people he's okay with, unless they're weirdos, like tweakers or something. And he somehow knows it, that, you know, when people are weird, he'll bark at them. But cats, dogs, birds, squirrels, he's after them. Boy, I'd hate to ever see if he got a hold of an animal. In the UK. You guys get a lot of rain over there, Neil. Hey, we don't know what I didn't understand is I have the old Austins, and it was a factory option to have a heater in those vehicles, and the weather there is horrible. I mean, from what I've seen. Well, I was going to do some. David pressure tested some LS heads. I haven't got around to it yet. I'd been farting around, and I didn't get into it until noon today. It rains a lot up here in Oregon. What'd Jan say? Oh, going to eat, Jan? Well, enjoy your meal, Jan. Thanks for coming in. Did you drop your channel, Jan? Or Ed, did you drop yours? I can help you guys drop channels. If any of you guys want your channel dropped, if you have a channel, the mods can help you drop that for you if you like. Los Angeles Chicken Inn. Oh, you live in LA, huh? What do you do, High Tech? Hey, what's your name? I don't know any of you guys' names that don't have a name on the on your ID. Like, I got Bear as a name. Bear is a star. He's a star of the show. Yeah, Juan, you told me you're in South Africa. You know, it's amazing all around the world. I got so many people watching me from just everywhere. I'm just so amazed always to see, you know, where people are from. I appreciate you guys watching me. And I'm trying to, I'm good, Bella. Do you know Joel Sorensen from Woodburn? No, I don't. You're in, Mark, you're in, where are you at? Bear is a good looking dog, isn't he? 42 years auto repair. Okay. Well, I've been at this over 47. I've pretty much done it all. I've worked a lot of shops, and I've done a lot of volume of work. Mark there, Vortec Pro, maybe you should check out his channel. He has some high-end builds. He just builds some high horsepower engines. Our main thing here is getting you to work and back. Grocery getters. We do some hot rod stuff. We just built that 331. We got a 434 stroker coming up and a 383 stroker coming up. But yeah, our main business. Let me tell you, our main business is surfacing and pressure testing heads. People take their, heads off of their cars, and they need to get back to work. We do build. Get up at 4:30 and watch. Laugh. Good. I'm glad to get a laugh. Favorite engine to build ever? Boy, that's a tough one, Jennifer. I'm a small block Chevy fan. I think that's my favorite engine. Of course, I like the old flathead stuff too. That's always fun to get the adventure of the old stuff. We have a 46 International in here right now, and the same customer. So I'm having problems sourcing bearings for it. I can get everything but the rod bearings, and we got about a thou out around, maybe a touch over a thou. The bearings are in great shape. So what I thought about doing is putting it in my crank grinder. I can grind tenths off of a crank. You give me a crank, I can grind a tenth off of it. So I thought about bumping it round, and the factory bearings are in great shape. They're not worn. The crank wore. So what I thought about doing was cutting the bearing down a little bit and then sizing the rod smaller. I can't just make the rod smaller, because the sides of it will get pinched in and distort it. So we might go that route with the 40 or the 37. Or I'm not sure which one we're going to build yet. And I haven't got that 47 cleaned yet, because what I wanted to do was take a weed burner to it and burn all the grease off of it. before I put it in the tank. I have an oven. We've never hooked it up. I have a great big oven, but that'd be the way to do it, is have an oven. I'm kind of behind on the chats here. Yeah, I'm an old motorhead. I should scoot this over. Appreciate that, Neil. Which car made you into a car guy? I don't know. I was kind of born into this business from my father owning the auto parts store, and you know, started off stocking and stocking and sweeping floors. Eventually, he let me start weight counter, and people would, you know, he had quite a big auto parts store. He had a couple of them actually, and the main store was big. Had a couple of counter guys full time, 2 or 3, 4 at times. And he'd let me weight counters, and I'd come to help some people. You know, here's an 11-year-old kid. Can I help you? Now, can I get a man to help me? It's like, well, let me write down what you're working on to help them out, you know. So I'd look it up and get the part and go back in the shelf and get it, put it up, and whoever would come along to check on me, he'd tell him what he wanted, and they'd look it up. Yeah, oh, but he gave you the right part. So that was a big struggle there, trying to get me to let him help him. My favorite car. I don't know, you know, I had an old 50 Ford pickup. I put a 302 in, C4, 9-inch. I love that old truck. It was cool. Not so much of a foreign car fan. Chevy Love adventure, David. Well, my dad had a Chevy Love, and I decided to roll it. That was a fun little truck. A 76. He bought it brand new. And I went out late one night, and me and a buddy, and went off the side of this hill. I was barefoot and rolled it up over on its side. And I got up out of the truck, and I sat on the rocker panel and swung my feet over the side. And there, I was barefoot, and I thought my foot was on the driveline. Well, it was on the exhaust pipe. And I slid my foot back and forth. And I was wondering to myself, what the hell is so cool here? It's cold. What's cold? And I slid it back and forth, and then I realized it was hot. I had a big blister on the bottom of my foot. And then I proceeded to go to, I got a big blister, and I surfed then, Southern California, Lompoc. It's kind of mid-California, north of Santa Barbara, I guess, not southern. And it crashed out on the rocks and busted the blister open, packed it full of sand, and it got infected. And, yeah. My dad never found out about me rolling that truck for about a year or so later. And a buddy of mine told on me. Happy Dun Day, Bubba. How about Sunday? Hey, I didn't say happy Sunday, did I? I did earlier. I was making a video. I don't know if I'll get it posted. I kind of farted around a lot today. Dang phone Sunday. Yeah, it was a good place to learn, auto parts store. Get to learn all the parts. You know, the parts stores aren't what they used to be. Once they got the computers, there's no more knowledge. You can't get anything from them. They don't know what the heck they're talking about. It is happy Sunday, Ed. I always try to be happy, you know. Hey, Organic Machine, how are you? What the heck's your name? You've been commenting forever. I don't even know your name. Tell me your name, or I'll point my finger at you. I hope you guys like a little humor with your machine work. Hey, Mark, how you doing? Glad to see you checking in. Yeah, muscle car, that's pretty much it. The darn that 50 Ford. I learned on the blocks. Yeah, computers. Just got on live. Mind answering my comments? Yeah, go ahead. Answer away. Missed your answer. I didn't answer your comment. Oh, I remember reading it. You were asking me about me bumping the side faces of the rod. Yes and no. It does make it thinner, but not really. If you look at my rods, I try to show them that when I bump those thrust faces, there's still the factory machining marks left on the rods. So, oh, the wizard's right here. You missed him. You're late. So when I bump the sides of them, I don't decrease the sides of them. Now, thanks, Jan. Now, if we're doing a hot rod engine, yeah, you want a little bit more side clearance. And side clearance isn't really, you know, that big of a deal. It is and it isn't. A little extra side clearance never hurt anybody. Do I like bikes? I used to ride, Neil. So Las Vegas, I grew up in Las Vegas. We lived 10 years there. That's where my dad's auto parts store was. My dad got me a Yamaha 80, and I'd just go out and ride the desert and just take off forever. And later I got a 175 Yamaha. And then I got a 185S three-wheeler that I put rear suspension on. It didn't come with any suspension. That was pretty cool. Hey, Basim, happy Sunday. How you doing, buddy? You're late, as always. Hey, I bought you a breakfast sandwich yesterday, and I ate it this morning for breakfast, by the way, Basim. It was really good. Yeah, Gary. Hey, any other questions? Oh, yeah, David. David just reminded me, hey, Grandma Vic. I had a RD 350. That was a badass little bike, a little two-stroke. That thing can get up and go. That thing ended up getting burned up in a fire. We were moving from Reno. I worked at a shop in Reno. We were moving to Susanville, just north of Reno, about 80 miles. And along the way, somebody had thrown a match or a cigarette or something out their window. And my trailer of all my stuff caught on fire, and the bike caught fire with it. Hey, thanks for the sub, Grandma Vic. Oh, you know Neil? Did Neil make you sub? Neil, what are you doing to me? Oh, yeah, Jan, that cowboy candy's delicious. All of your stuff's delicious, man. Yeah, and that jelly, boy, it's really, really good. Delicious. Jen, did you drop your channel? Are you on sale and can't do it? I can drop it for you. And then where's Donut? I haven't seen Donut in here. My friend Donut. Oh no, you didn't? Here I can. Maybe I can. Yeah, I can. Sure. You didn't already have your dinner yet, did you? Oops, what are we doing? Trying to go to here, and I went there. We ended up two-stroke street bike Suzuki. I never owned a Suzuki. Neil. I don't know what I'm doing here. Just lost myself. There I am. Oh, come on. Now I'm pushing buttons on my computer. Yeah, I don't know why it wouldn't load. Hang on. There we go. Pretty nice, been a while. There you go. There's Jen's channel. Check it out. She has like I said, a homestead with. She had a great garden this year. She has a nice garden every year, but this year was so successful. Her and the boss, and she's got a dog, Brutus, and Brutus kind of looks like Bear, about the same kind of attitude. And then Lily. Hey, she's got a bull calf she named Bear. What's the easiest engines to rebuild? You know, I like the 22RE. That's a really awesome little engine. It's a great design. If they would have put a steel rail on the timing, I think that thing would run for 300,000 miles. So when we build them, we use that high-performance steel rail, and it cures the problem. But yeah, they're a great engine. Little four-cylinder. I think they're good on gas, and they run forever. Yeah, 22RE, David. We built a lot of them. David and I assembled a 22RE in 18 minutes and 22 seconds. There's a video on it, long video. We had everything laid out, of course, and ready to go, but we've put engines together fast before. What surface finish do you end up with when you reface heads? They look really good on the videos. Well, I show you, I use my profilometer quite a bit, Gary, and I mainly just use it for entertainment for you guys. I mean, we can see, I can look at a surface and like, whoa, that's rough. And that's when it's time to turn this CBN cutter or PCD cutter. Usually the cast iron always cuts good. The aluminum can be finicky, especially if you have a small piece of silicone or something, like from the timing cover. It'll drag across that surface and make like a little smudge mark that just looks crappy. So we always got to make sure to clean off that silicone, and of course we lubricate it and run it nice and slow, and we get the RAs around 15 generally. We consider anything less than really like 20 acceptable. And the gasket manufacturers, they go like 35, I think, for a minimum on most of them. Some of them go a little bit more. Your cat's named Bear. He looks like a little black bear. Bear'd like to meet your cat. He'd like to have him over for dinner. All right, Richard, thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. Yeah, I've never done a live before. Feel like commenting on the downfall of EPW. Yeah, you know, well, here in town it was a different deal with that. It started out here, Quality Auto Parts, or Quality, And then so when EPW bought Quality, the employees, the one guy I know, I've known him for years, they lost, all the employees got to keep their job, but they lost their seniority. And I thought that was really crappy when EPWI took over. And yeah, now they're in NPW, and boy, getting stuff from the warehouse, sometimes they won't read pick tickets if you ask for something specific. Like if I order a RE head, I want to use the ITM head. And my local warehouse here, they won't pick and choose for me. So if I want to order a RE head and I want an ITM, not the Chinese, like the Civic head that comes out of China, I order those out of Seattle warehouse, because they'll actually look at the pick ticket and say, oh, this guy doesn't want that crappy head. Even though, I don't know, Mark, if you use any of those heads, but you have to resurface them, and some of them you got to grind the seats. Some of them are just good cores. They're just a good acceptable core that we surface every one of them for sure, and we take a light cut, and boy, you can see how warped they are. The finish looks good. I don't know what they're doing going across too fast or whatever. Rafa, welcome in. Cadillac North Star, I've done a few of them. I won't do the blocks. They're head bolt strippers. I used to do the blocks at this production shop I worked on at, and yeah, they're a pain in the butt. Along with the 4100 engine, that iron cylinder 4100 engine, that's kind of a crapola engine too. Oh yeah, Ed? I don't do so much with them, Mark, either. Yeah, lifters now, you got to really watch lifters too. It's horrible what's happened to lifters. Seal Power, great company, and now they're coming out of China. So I don't use Seal Power lifter, obviously. All the parts, it's so tough now to get good parts. That's one of the struggles of my business. We have a lot of volume, not like you. I know you do a lot of hot rod high-end stuff, but we do a lot of volume here. And you mentioned in my you mentioned on one of my videos about the volume and that. But well, hey, no problem. I kind of feel like I'm an instructor, maybe, huh? Sort of. It feels like what I've become. I just kind of show you how, not necessarily how it's done, but how I do it. And by God, how I do it's the way it's done. Timing components do you like? Cloys are good. It's that way all around the world, Neil. Just because our parts come from all around the world now. And, you just got to watch out. Everything's got to be checked. We had a set of pistons, some kind of Honda, maybe David remembers what it is. He had a rattle at cold startup, and it'd go away. And we told him, hey, you want to pull it apart and get you some different pistons. So we ended up micing the pistons and didn't see much wrong with it. It seems like maybe they had a little bit too much taper on the skirt. And we put a set of just a different brand. I can't remember what it was, but it didn't knock after that. So yeah, parts are horrible. D16Y7, yeah. Hey, Mike, thanks a lot. Well, I kind of feel like I am a teacher. You guys getting a free college course here. You guys need to pay me. Actually, I'm getting paid now. Is this 65 for 200? Oh, I missed that one. What happened? My computer quit. Hang on. Go back to live here. Having computer problems. Oh, come on. Now it's loading. Yeah, it can. So Gary, we use that on any of the MLS heads. We spray them with that Permatex for the MLS gaskets, or else you can have a little small water seep, which will eventually, oh, hey, boss, eventually will seal. But yeah, we always spray them all. 65 Ford 200 inline-6 daily driver. What can you do with the old log head? It's unfortunate that 200, they incorporated the intake manifold into the cylinder head. And those are usually a lot of work when we get them in to rebuild. The end exhaust bolts will break off. And well, I've had the whole ears come off and had to weld them back on. Not really much you can do with that 200. Take it out and put a 302 in it, which, you know, you have to do a lot of creative work on it. Hey, thanks, Christopher. I appreciate that. Bella wants to come to work. Well, maybe in a few years, Jennifer. She just wants to get into my bag of candy. Or not candy, the toys. So yeah, my first live, wow, we got 51 people watching. That's cool. Ever seen someone use an aftermarket stud kit while you're working on those North Stars? No, I haven't. Like I said, I haven't had a bunch of work on those. We did do a few at the shop, last shop before David and I opened this company. But yeah, I'll stay away from that one. I won't work on one of those. I'll do the heads and I'll, you know, do anything you want, but I won't assemble it. Kind of like the Camrys, you know, those 2AZ engines. They strip the head bolts out, and I always cringe when somebody brings it in. It's like, oh, I hope they don't strip the head bolts out. Turbo TDI that was running out 3,000 miles. I thought it was in their head gasket. So how long can it hang on? Careful. Mark's think tank. Is that Star Trek Voyager? You get a lot of life out of an engine if you maintain it. All engines, you know, if you change your oil, don't get it hot, maintain it. You get a lot of life out of it. Do you drop any sealer in long blocks? I used to, high tech, I used to sell, they used to sell these sealer cubes. And we used to put them in all of our engines, and they quit selling it. I got a hold of the person that sold it, and he moved to Australia, and he wanted me to buy like a, I don't know, like a dump truck load of it, like a $5,000 order, more than I could ever use. What kind of Cadillac you got there, Rafa? I like the old, oh, the 441 heads are good. Those are early good heads, 441 heavy casting, spark plug style heads. They're not the tapered seat style. So the Cadillac, Rafa, is it an older one or a newer one? Because I'm a big, you know, there's nothing wrong with the big old 500-inch 572s. But the new ones, I'm not. You know, I just did those Catera, those 3-liter heads. What was that, yesterday? Yeah. You know, I guess it's an okay motor. We don't see a lot of those heads, so they must last quite a while. And this one vacuum tested good. Those were actually from a dealer here in town. They were tired of the work getting done by the other shop. They came to me. You think they're the best, Mark? I don't know. They're good heads. Those 441s are good heads. You know, the 487Xs, those are good heads. 041s, of course, 186s. 05 DeVille. So yeah, that's going to have, I'm not sure what that would have in it. Yeah, they are good heads, Ged. I called you Ged. They, good heavy head. They definitely are. I got a pair of them. So the 441s are like the, I don't know if anybody knows this, the 441s are kind of like the 487Xs. If you look down inside the deck side and the round, they put the casting number down inside there, kind of like the old 461, 462 heads. And if the 441 casting is lengthwise with the cylinder head, it's a better head than if they put it across the head the other direction. It's just like the 487X heads. That's how they ID those. So you have to look down in there. Yeah, I like 993s too. They're good heads. 85 Seville. That's probably the 85 would be that. Is that got that deactivation, that electronic deactivation in the valves? I'm not a fan of that one. Hey Terry, thanks for coming in. You like anything that doesn't crack? Well, better stay away from heads, Ed. Especially crack heads. Gotta go. Okay, Gary, you have a good day. Thanks for coming in. So any other questions? Anything you guys want to talk about? I'm here all day. Actually, I should be doing those heads, but they can wait till tomorrow. 468 late 70s. Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure what year that was exactly. It's been a while. I've forgotten more than I ever knew. Oh, what was that? I just seen a comment something there I missed. Listening while you're eating. You make me jealous, Jan. 412,000 miles. You know, the 3.8's not a bad engine. I think it's a pretty decent engine. I'm not so sure about that 4.2 with the goofy ports, but it's got the flappers and the intake that goes from high RPM. It opens up one port and the other port. I guess it's a good idea, but that kind of stuff can lead to problems. When it doesn't work properly. I don't like torque to yield bolts at all. I'm not a fan of them, but it's what we've got. And I mean, it makes sense and it doesn't make sense. Oh, hey, Delana. Thanks for coming in. That's David's mom, Delana. Everyone say hi to Delana. Hi, Delana. Anyways, the torque to yield, I mean, that's what it's become. When you're torquing them, so what we do, we don't necessarily do the whole value that they tell you to do. When you're starting to stretch those things and you're getting on the last part of the stretch, some of them have multi-stretch 90 plus 90, and you get to that second 90, sometimes we don't pull that 90 all the way because you feel that fastener start to let loose a little bit. That's when you stop. When it over torques, it over stresses that stretch. So it's not 100% that 90 degrees. So you got to feel them. Any fastener you use, you have to feel it. Hey, thanks for coming in. Uh-oh. Good luck with that one. Be safe. Watch out for, worry about people working on cars alongside the road or changing their tire. Boy, people just aren't watching where they're driving, and it's horrible the way people drive. A lot of retards out there. I don't mean that in a bad way. I shouldn't have said that, I guess. I don't mean it the way it was maybe taken. Hopefully it wasn't taken bad. Hey, I didn't show you. So my little doll, it came in this box. The Zuni Warrior. And it says, molded directly from the only surviving original mold. Nightmare-inducing Zuni Warrior fetish doll stands approximately 15 inches tall. Comes complete with his trusty spear. And if you guys are just coming in, maybe some of you missed him. Here he is again. This is on top of my television at home. I actually got him a little doll hat because it makes him look not so menacing. I'm not going to tell you what I paid for it. Nope. And the wizard just fell off the desk. Have a lot of fun with that wizard. Do you know a good machine shop? Where is it? I've been looking for one. Yeah, it is scary. Oh, Nova Scotia. Wow. I appreciate that, Lillian. A lot of dealers don't even stock torque to yield bolts. Yeah, I don't know if they stock them or not. Vortex Plus kind of oil you use Sun oil. It's expensive, but I think it's worth it. Jan, it's not freaky. Just as long as his chain doesn't fall off. His chain falls off around his belly there, and it comes to life. Do you know 95 LT with the OptiSpark engines? Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, Sean. Do you, David? 95 LT1 57 OptiSpark. Huh. Sounds like you need some plug wires. Has David started his own engine yet? No, not really, Jennifer. I keep bugging him. He's got the block decked and partially honed, but yeah, I keep bugging him. So that movie is Tower of Terror, Linda Blair. Here, I can drop a link to it. Maybe. I wish my computer was working. You have too. Oh, been bugging him? I know. Let me know where I am. Oh, that engine, Ed. Okay, yeah, we built those. Yeah, I don't like that engine. That engine's goofy. And what did he call it? OptiSpark. Oh, duh, 91 or 95 LT1. All right, yeah. Thanks, Ed. Yeah, that's kind of goofy, that little gear sticking on the front there. I think they should have just left that small block alone. Really. What do you think, Ed? I'm trying to find the link here. Do you have any muscle car projects you're working on of your own? Mike, I have a 55 Austin A55 pickup, a British car. I've been putting off finishing. I just got to get some body work done on it. It's fully restored, new engine. It's got it's a 55, but 1973 MGB engine. Fits right into it. It's got a 4-speed with an overdrive. The disc brakes off the MG bolted right onto it. Yeah, it's kind of a fun little car. Her truck turns a lot of heads. Diesels. I quit doing diesels, but I actually got David talked me into doing these. This guy comes in to the shop, big talker. He's got these Sprinter diesel van jobs he does, and he said he wanted to drop off 20 engines, and I don't like doing diesels. They're stinky, they're heavy, they're stinky, and it kills the tank, the solution on them. Well, the guy said he'd clean them for me, and he wanted the engines decked with the front covers, honed, polished some cranks, do the rods, and he wanted to bring 20, and I'm like, no, just bring a couple. So he brought them in. We took a little while to do them. He actually called, asked if they were done. I said, no, not yet. It's coming up. And then I finished them. Well, guess what? He was busy. He couldn't come. That was Monday. No, we finished them on Saturday. Called him, left a message, but then I called him back Monday. And I'm too busy to come by. I won't be able to come by till Wednesday. And I'm like, oh, that's okay. Oh, you want paid? I go, well, yeah, you can pay me if you want. And of course, I want paid. And so I told him he could Zelle me because I charge a 5% fee for a credit card. So. Oh, okay, yeah, I'll Zelle you. Well, no money. Wednesday came and week goes by, and so I called him again. What's going on? Oh yeah, we're gonna come get him. Yeah, we're gonna come get him. Yeah. And then another week or so goes by again, and I'm getting a little annoyed now. And so I call him. I said, he answered the phone. I told him where I was. Oh, how's it going? Oh, pretty good. How's it going? You doing good? I go, not very good. What? I said, are you gonna come pick up these engines? He says, of course. And I said, what do you mean, of course? So, I'll be in today. Well, then, no. So, I put him on Craigslist. I got those engines on Craigslist. And I called him. And I said, hey, you're abandoning this. It was 37 days when I took his stuff. I have a note up here on the wall behind me. Jobs left past 30 days are mine. I called him. I said, hey, so his bill was $16.50. And I listed everything on Craigslist for $28.50, and he didn't answer the phone. I left a voice message telling him, hey, I confiscated your stuff. It's on Craigslist. It's $28.50 if you want it. Have a good day. And haven't heard from him. Hey, good luck with that, Oxy. Don't put those gaskets on the China rails. Use silicone on the ends. Don't use those gaskets. When I sell somebody an engine, it comes with a gasket set. I throw those away. And we actually built this guy an engine, and they weren't in the gasket set. He went and bought an intake manifold gasket set, and he came in. I don't remember why he came back. He came back for something. He said, oh, yeah, I had to buy an intake manifold gasket set. You didn't have them in gaskets. And I said, well, I threw them away. We'd forgot to tell him that we threw them away. Don't use them. So your Camaros are cool. Hey, Melvin, glad to see you could come in. We're even going for 38 minutes now. Well, that's 45 of you watching. What are you guys watching? Somebody babbling, right? My least favorite machining process. I think I mentioned that the other day, grinding a 235 Chevrolet crankshaft. With them 4 different size mains, 31 thousandths from one to another to another. And I forgot to mention in the video, that Japan copied that engine, the F-Series engine. Somebody made a comment, I don't ever see that in foreign cars. You won't see that on Toyota. Well, Toyota copied that engine. I think they did it, now I don't know this for sure, but I think they gang bored that thing. So they had one bar with 4 bits on it. It's a 4-main crank. And I think they would just put the caps on it and send it through and gang bore it, pull the bar out, and it's done. Rather than, you can't drag, obviously. It would be quite a process to do the mains, along the whole travel. Yeah, Land Cruiser, Ed. My son-in-law had one. He called it a Land Crusher. He thought that was the best vehicle in the world. Why would you get coolant leaks? It wouldn't really cause a coolant leak. It would be oil. Unless you're holding the intake manifold up off of the giant rails. Do you wish you could hear every engine your machine run? Not every one of them, not like a Prius. I really do enjoy the high performance engines I build. I'm still waiting for that. We built that 331 stroker engine. It's going in a Bronco. I need to call him. He said he was going to bring that by. And then that 402 we built for Steve, he brought that by. I love it when they bring by the hot rod engines we build. We've had rat rod pickup. This one rat rod came in. We built him a small block, a stroker. What would you put the mains and rods for 1,000+ K series turbo build? One more question. Where is your shop located? Mains and rods. I don't understand. Where would I put the mains and rods? Are you talking about the clearance? It would depend on the engine, and I'm in Portland, Oregon. Oh, Dublin, Ireland. Gareth, thanks for watching. It always, like I'm going to say it again, it's always amazing all the places people watch me from. I mean, not only here in the States, that kind of seems normal to me for you to be in, Pennsylvania or Arkansas like you had. But when I hear of somebody watching from, like you, Dave, Canada, yeah, King bearings are good bearings, and I like them. Gino, I just answered that question. I'm located right here at my desk. Portland, Oregon. Washington. You're close to me here. Well, Phil, like, that video I tagged it as nobody repairs stuff anymore, and I don't know why. I guess, it's a dying art. The world has turned to computerized button pushers that call themselves machinists. And, they're not machinists. They're part loaders and button pushers. Machining something, is measuring it, figuring out how you're going to cut it or hone it or whatever you're doing to it, and doing it. So the CNC world is taken over, and I don't know what's K series. Hang on for a minute. So I don't know where the world's going to go here in maybe 10 years as far as building old hot rod engines. Here, excuse me, I got to drink some of this Bigfoot pee. This is really good stuff, by the way. I was only kidding. It tasted bad. You just have to get used to it. So your little Honda, you're not going to want to run quite 2,000s, I don't think, on your mains. 2,000s wouldn't hurt you. And you say we're going to boost it, right? I can't remember. Yeah, I think you did. Around 1.8, 2 would be okay on the mains. And a little less on the rods. Are you going to, I don't know if you're going to daily this thing or just, drive the hell out of it. Maybe a track car. There's a difference between a daily driver and, a true track car. No taper on rods by hand, not a button. 2, yeah, David's saying 2. Yeah, I don't know if you run one 2050. Ed's saying 2, 2.5. 2 on the mains, I think, is a good number. And even 2 on the rods would be okay, but the rods are pretty small on those 8. I can't remember. Pretty small rod, so. Phone call, Dave. No, my phone's not ringing, Jan. Yeah, that's a tough question on what temperature an engine can take as far as cracking. I don't think we've had one of those cracked yet out of all of the ones we've done. By the way, that was the mystery head yesterday, the Pinstar 3.6, and nobody got it right. Nobody, I don't know. It was kind of a tough one. Yeah, Richard. I'm not going to get anything computerized. I would like to get a boring bar. We have a 777 Van Norman. I'd like to get an old F2B Rottler. That's a good bar. It's a manual bar. Manual meaning, it's still automated as far as functions, but you set every limits and set it and send it down the hole yourself. So these modern computerized stuff, I don't know. Like when you're like, okay, let's say somebody brings like these flatheads I do. Nobody's going to do that on a CNC machine. You can't. Yeah, it is, David. Although this one I just did, it vacuum tested good. Molnar powder adder rods, K24 Acura. Nice, Ed. Now I don't answer you ECU questions. I'm a machinist, not a ECU guy. But 135 horsepower, that wouldn't be really hard to do, I don't think. You got to use a stock camshaft on that, the stock camshaft core, get it reground. So Gareth, I used to work at a shop and we surface ground the plates, the thrust plates on the rotary engines. But no, I've never done anything with that, with the wankery thingamabob. Kind of a weird design, neat design, I guess. $240. Yeah, well, we haven't had a cracked one yet, and we've done a few of them. And it's so I mentioned yesterday on that head that nobody knew what it was. Did you guys see how big that exhaust flange was where the turbo bolts up? It's like way bigger than the Fords. That, remember I called smack on that 2-liter having such a small exhaust flange, and then the next day I did a 1.5 with twice the size flange. Well, that Pennstar, it has a really decent size flange. Of course, I don't know how big the inlet to the turbo and the pipe is, but I don't know. Apex seals. Yeah. All right, Dave. Hey, your dog's name's Sam. Here, I got a picture of my old boy Sam. He lived to be 17. Picture's kind of dirty. This is Sam. He was my best friend. He passed away. He was 17. Hell of a dog. Yeah, good. New old. There's nothing better than new old stock. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever lost anybody because of not having CNC. Probably have. I don't know. I have had people say, "Oh, you don't have it," but our reputation here is bulletproof. We know what we're doing. Stuff just doesn't come back. Yeah, it's sad. Somebody's maybe being rude here. What does this mean, buddy? OW. Maybe somebody better put him in timeout for a minute. Yeah, he was, Bella. But Bear, I love Bear. I love all my animals, but it's sad. It's sad they just don't get to live very long. Little weirdo. Bear's a weirdo. He's been doing that head thing that he started doing. I made a video a couple weeks ago. He's still doing it. I don't know what the heck he's doing. Thanks, David. David, you shouldn't have deleted him. You should have just got rid of him. You don't need people like that. I don't know what's the matter with people. People come see you live and they come in here and just decide to just be a jerk. Does he like heavy metal? Maybe he drinks Bud Light. Dog 17 is a lot to know. Oh, hey, Jan. Just had our first troll, Jan. Where were you at? Yeah, I know you do, Bella. Sam. Bear loves you too. He loves it when people he know come in. He's just so excited. He's just about ready to fall out of his pants. And boy, if you don't know him, he's gonna bite you. It takes a lot to get to know Bear, and for Bear to get to know you. You're okay if you just don't try to pet him and let him meet you. Then it's all okay. But so we had. Boy, let me tell you, Portland's like, I wish my shop wasn't in Portland. I really do. It's you guys seen us on the news probably. You know, we were nicknamed the City of Roses. Now I don't know what they should nickname us now. City of Idiots. Bunch of idiots. They should let me run the show here. Let me tell you, this crap wouldn't go on for any more than about 10 minutes. Let's see, we're putting new rings and stock pistons. Without taper on rings. Spring on it and leave the taper or center on it. Well, no matter what you do there, Doozer, you're gonna have that taper. So what I would do, you're always best with a rigid hone. You call it a spring hone, and then ball hone it afterwards. And if the ridge is big, you're gonna need to. Oh, somebody said something bad. Thanks, Jen. If the ridge is big, you're gonna need to ridge ream it, or you can bust that top ring, because what'll happen? Yeah, City of Ashes, David. City of Needles, yeah. City of just crap. What'll happen when that wears with the old ring, the top ring will actually get a concave on the top. So it's wearing and making the top of that ring ridge rounded. So you put a new ring in there, it's squared, and it's going to hit that top rounded edge, and you can bust it. So yeah, you'll have to ridge. 5,000s, you probably won't need a ring ridge. Ed's saying to cut the ridge. Yeah, I mean, it's always good to cut the ridge. Yeah, 58 International, that's cool. Like I said, I love the old engines. I wish we'd get more of them in. There's a lot more labor, but I don't mind. We can make our money on Hondas and lose money on this old stuff. You know, sometimes I spend hours and hours looking for parts and pieces for stuff. Like I said, I've got a search going for that 37 on the rod bearings, and hopefully I can get 10. If not, by golly, I can grind 1,000ths off that crank. And I'll film that. I don't film a lot of crank grinding videos. I don't think I've filmed any. We don't grind all of our cranks. I send most of them out. I got a guy that grinds them for me in his garage. He's got a couple grinders. He does a good job. And for what he charges me, it's not worth me grinding them. But the delicate stuff, like that International, I ain't gonna give it to him. Even though he'd probably do okay, but I'm not gonna be okay with probably okay. I ground production cranks here at Stark and Norris. I grind 25 half shafts in a day, floor to floor, 25 small block Chevys. Ground a lot of cranks. We had the biggest grinder in the Northwest, big old Burco. That thing must have been, I don't know. Man, I ground some cranks. I ground cranks 10, 12 feet long with journals, 10-inch journals, big tugboat cranks, stuff. People had asked me, tell me, man, aren't you scared? It's no, I'm not afraid, because a big grinder will kill you just like a little grinder. Might just do it a little quicker, get it over with. Yeah, knurl would be good on those pistons, Dozer, if you got anybody around that has a piston knurler. Tennessee. Hey, Ron, thanks a lot. I appreciate you watching me. And great, you've been in business for so long. Hi, Lauren. I don't think I recognize you. Must be new to the channel. Mopars. Boy, you got Ed's attention, didn't you? Ed, he's a big Mopar fan. He built a lot of them Mopars. He does a good job. You guys could check out his channel. Did you ever? No, that's not Lauren, David. That's a different Lauren. We're building a 340 for someone, but that's not him. Lunch is over. See you in the comments. Okay. Thanks for checking in. So, Ed, did you drop your channel? I don't remember. Ed? No, why not? Can you figure it out? David, are you on computer? Let me drop Ed's channel. Turn my other computer. Well, we got 52 people in here watching. Oh, we've almost been going an hour. Maybe we'll cut this off in an hour, or we can just keep talking. They aren't posting correctly. Who's not? 5.3 is a good engine. Hold on. Tab. Oh, there. Thanks, Basim. That's Ed's channel there. Why not, Jennifer? Oh, you're not a mod. Here, let me mod you. Sorry. Why don't you say something? There you go. Now, post your channel, Jennifer. Ed, that's Basim, the guy with that van truck. What do you call it, Basim? 315,000 miles. That's pretty good. Yeah, David's Silverado, it had almost 300,000 on it. Yeah, you know, I say be nice to each other, and I mean it, but, you know, I'm not nice to everybody. If somebody's mean to me, then, boy, you know, you better watch out. But, yeah. Oh, thanks, Jan. Well, I mean, just keep your eyes open. You're obviously going to have some wear. You're going to want your crank to be ground. The cylinders on those really, really don't wear much, but, and, you know, everything's pretty solid on the engine, really. I mean, you're going to want to, obviously, you know, I'd bore it and have your, you know, have it done, have all the work done. I don't know how much you can do for yourself, but maybe if you want to assemble it or not. Turbo. Yeah, camshaft. Yeah, Basim does a lot of welding. You should check out his channel. Did you drop your channel, Basim? I think you did. Go ahead and drop it again. He does a lot of creative stuff. He made me some little airplanes out of spark plugs. Here's one of them here. And then I got another one somewhere. Oh, here's another one. Here's his other one. He does fun little artsy stuff. He fabs. There's his channel there. All right, Jan, good night. Thanks for coming in. Hey, Jan is my first subscriber, by the way. Yeah, I've sleeved Toyotas. I've sleeved about everything. Well, I think we've gone just about long enough. What do you guys think? Any more questions? Hey, we can maybe do this next week if you guys want. Maybe I can figure out how to get my computer to work. There you go, Basim. You got a sub. Now I can unsubscribe. We used to play games back and forth with Basim and unsubscribed. Yeah, that 22R RE is a great engine. It really is. If they would have only not used that plastic timing rail. Yeah, it was fun. It's my first live, so. All right, everybody. Okay, Lauren, we will. I thought you were, so you must have two channels, Lauren. I thought you were Lauren and Nancy. Right? Or no? Yeah. Yeah, we'll get them. Oh, sorry, Lauren. You did good on your makeup this time. My makeup. Oh, did I? Getting a little gray, huh? All right, guys, I think I'm going to call her quits. Thanks a lot for this, joining my live. And we'll see you again, okay? And as always, be nice to each other. Bye. Oh, wait. I don't know how, now I don't know how to hang up. Oh, I could start a poll, it says here. Hang on. That one? Okay, now we got it. Bye.